Greetings, internetizens. This is Elmerthien playing Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. In the last episode we found the dog, the girl, not Lily. Flora joined the squad, and the train stopped for repairs in the town of Dropstone, which is celebrating its 50th anniversary. A very new town. And based on the fact that we stopped for repairs, someone seems to know where we're going. As if it was planned. And we're looking for information on the box. Harnessing the power of nature is quite an impressive feat. But such is the power of humanity, to invent things and to adapt. I wonder what's growing in this field. Well, something that's not in season currently, because that looks like a whole lot of dirt. And we also getting a minigame, and I saw a pop-up there. It says help. What do you want? Can't click this one? This window? Okay. He wants a tea with these 3 different ingredients: oasis leaf, brisk berry, and bell tart seed. Actually, I have one with all these 3. This is splendid, look. This is truly a testament to the restorative power of tea. Oh, it's a way to get coins. And this is the back button. It's somewhat unintuitive. Now what about this man? That's not a British name. That's a Russian name. A diminutive version of Constantine. Because Russians tend to have these names associated with Orthodox Christianity. So mostly Greek names, but this one is a Latin name because there was the Roman Emperor who was Christian. Gracious, the weather couldn't be finer for celebrating Dropstone's fancy 50th. My memory's not what it used to be, but you're not from here, are you? Waiting on the train, How do I know, you ask? Well, this isn't the first time it's happened. As fancy as that train is, it must be in rotten shape. Take heart, sonny. More often than not, the train gets fixed up in a few hours. What with the festival and all, there's plenty here to do and see in the meantime. Thank you for the information. If I could trouble you for a moment, though, I'd like to ask about a relic known as the Elysian Box. Oh dear me! Ahem! Oh dear me! I've never heard of the dreadful thing. Never, you hear? Well, that's enough chatting with strangers for one day. To be frank, I was in high spirits till you came along. Now I'm crabbier than a crab apple. If you really want to prove you're sorry for ruining my day, solve this here puzzle. A pro golfer has the amazing ability to consistently put distances of 3, 5, 7, and 11 feet. No 9. Strangely enough, though, these are the only distances he can put. Sounds like a game mechanics issue out of some golfing video game. Currently, our golfer stands on the green with his ball 20 feet from the hole. What's the fewest number of strokes he can use to get the ball into the hole? Assume that if the ball is hit farther than the distance remaining to the hole, it will roll over to the other side. Well, the first one I can think of is 4, so can we do 3? Well, all I'm getting so far is 4, really.
This should do the trick.
Is it 3?
Well, I suppose that's one possibility eliminated.
Well, there's other angles as well. Is there a wall to bounce off of? What is the angle? Are there some signs to calculate? Just do 11 twice. Triangles.
This should do the trick. And there we have it.
Of course, we've got another dimension in here. That's the ticket. Very nice. You've got a good head on those shoulders, Sonny. But I guess you'd need one to pull off that hat. Now, do you have information for me? Listen, for your own sake, don't go around spouting off about the you-know-what box. Bringing that topic up in the wrong places could get you a lot of ugly looks. And who wants that? I don't know how to do a Russian accent. Now, here's some yummy veggies. No one needs help with the tea right now? Look at all these booths! Now this is what I call a festival. Oh, I just love all the hustle-bustle. It's so wonderful. Shall we walk around and take in more of the sights then? Definitely. Putting up all these decorations must have been a ton of work. Lovely flower bed, but shouldn't there be a fountain in the town square? With a statue and all? Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. Parting with one so dear to her heart is even more painful than the ties this twig. When she was a child, I used to read to her until she fell asleep. She looked just like an angel. Oh, nothing hurt so much as separation's knife. Gee, I don't know about that. I guess I've never really given it much thought. And that you've never had a daughter that might die. Oh, fret not. I wasn't expecting one as young as yourself to fully understand a pain such as mine. Don't mind me. I'll just excuse myself now. The way he was carrying on, you'd think he just got dumped. But he seemed sad in a different way, didn't he? Well, he knew her as a child. Best not to pry too deeply into the private affairs of others, though. It's not becoming of a gentleman. But we're investigating. You're right, Professor. What if it's involved with the case? Lots of cow posters. Maybe it's the cow market when there's no festival. Did they just get all these cows here? In the 50s or so? Hey fellows! Pleasure to meet you. My name is Albert, and I am just nuts about our beautiful village. I heard you've been running around Derpstone asking questions, but you haven't talked to me yet. If you solve this puzzle, the king of Derpstone Trivia, yours truly, will answer a question for you. Below is a wheel of male and female portraits. Select a portrait and, counting that portrait as one, move 6 portraits either clockwise or counterclockwise. Then cross out the last of these 6 portraits. Repeat this pattern starting from the next available portrait and moving in the same direction. If you start at just the right portrait, you can remove all the women in the wheel, leaving only the 6 portraits of men behind. Circle this portrait. We know it's someone who isn't 6 spots away from a woman. I mean, it can't be someone who isn't 6 spots from a woman. So it's not this one. Not this one either. Or this one. Well, first, let's assume we are going in the same direction all the time. And we can pick someone who has women on either side. 6 tiles away. First would be this guy. And this is the first eliminated. I'll mark it this way. But now we're counting from this one. I think it's him.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Yeah.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved. Expertly solved. Oh, it gave me chills. It really did. Okay,
ask away. If you've got any questions about the village or its history, I'm your man. Would you happen to know anything about a supposedly cursed antique called the Elmerthien box? It's hard to believe, but you've gone beyond my area of expertise. I've never heard of the thing. What I can tell you is that people in this town chant at the very mention of curses. From what I gather, it seems they have some connection to the village in the days of its founding. Unfortunately, that's all the info I can really give you on this subject. Sorry to let you down. Oh, it's a door. This building appears to be the town hall. Yes, but it looks like it's closed for the day. Well, they probably wanted to give everyone a chance to enjoy today's festivities. Look, this reminds me of a puzzle set in front of a town hall like this one. Care to give it a go? Would I ever? Three people at odds with one another are running for mayor in the upcoming town election. Typical politics. Including these three candidates, the town has a voter population of 40 people. In order to win, a candidate must get more votes than any other candidates. If each of the 40 voters casts a single vote and every vote is recognized, what is the fewest number of votes a candidate needs to secure victory with certainty? We're being very optimistic with the election attendance. But I'll pause for now. Okay, I'm back. I was in the bathroom and... well... 14 can win. But anything below 21 is risking a tie. So 21 is absolutely certain.
Just leave it to me. Oops, that wasn't right.
But nobody's voting for other people.
Here goes.
Oh no.
Looks like I botched that one.
So maybe we're counting with 39 people aside from each candidate at thingies. It should mean 20. There's all the other people voting for you. You're not voting for yourself.
Just leave it to me. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Yeah, they all vote for themselves, or rather, they're excluded from the voting, sort of. They're doing it by candidating. Well done. Now we really should get back to investigating the town. There are some more booths over to the right. Let's see what kind of stuff they have going on. Oh, so more booths to investigate. Oh. Cows. Wow, look at those gigantic cow balloons. It looks like the villagers are setting up for the livestock competition. Livestock competition? That sounds like fun. Yes, I'd certainly like to see the competition myself, but it doesn't appear quite ready to start yet. While we're waiting, can we go see more of the village? Certainly. We can return later when the competition commences. Yay! More walking, more investigating. Is that an umbrella stand? Oh, the competition still hasn't started. Look, the man's a balloon. There's a person? Okay, can we go to the other side of town? Oh, kitties! Well, one kitty. This cat sculpture certainly is expressive. Yep, he's a cute one. Oh, if you like cats, Professor, have I got a puzzle for you? Fleet cats? One of the three color pictures A, B or C is the same picture as the black and white one displayed on the far left. It's the flowers again. The picture on the far left has had its content flipped left to right, and its colors inverted and changed to black and white. And now they aren't even aligned with each other. Kitties. Oh. The loopy whisker has to touch the white stripe, so it's not this. I mean, it has to touch the black stripe here. What's the difference? Long eyebrows.
And now to test my theory. Ha! Wonderful.
Well, eyelashes. Well, they call it eyebrows here. Maybe it's eyebrows after all. You always make it look so easy. Is this fish a stuffed animal as well? I thought it was a piece of clay. A clay sculpture. There's paint. And Mrs. Potts from Beauty and the Beast. Or not. Her face just kinda looks like a kettle. Greetings. I don't think I've seen you around these parts before. May I ask your name? Of course. I'm Professor Layton, Professor of Archaeology at Glastonbury University. Charmed, sir. Welcome to Dropstone, Professor Layton. My name is Dorothea, and I am a maid at the service of the Anderson family. Tell me, what brings you to our humble village? My companions and I are after an artifact known as the Elysian Box. Have you heard of it before? Can't say that I have. But the master is quite knowledgeable about curiosities such as that. The master, madam? Oh yes, excuse my thoughtlessness. I keep forgetting you're new here. I'd venture there's not a single resident of our village who doesn't know Mr. Anderson. I see. Well, if it's at all possible, we'd very much like to meet Mr. Anderson. Normally I'd say he'd be glad to receive you, but lately he's been preoccupied with his daughter. I don't mean to pry, but has there been some issue between Mr. Anderson and his daughter? Well, yes, just between you, me and the wall. His daughter has been secretly planning a trip alone. Secretly planning a trip alone? Is that your way of saying she's planning to run away? Yes. And what's worse is that the master is starting to catch on that something is going on. But after much talk, we servants have decided to cheerfully see the master's young daughter off. So you're in support of allowing this girl to go off on her own? Why is that? Because the purpose of the trip is to fulfill the last request of the young lady's late grandmother. I see. May I inquire as to what that last request was? Well, I myself have only heard scraps of the story from other people, so I can't say much. But whatever the request, it's one that the young mistress seems to feel is extremely important. Oh, look at that! Here I am gossiping away when there's supper to prepare. Please excuse me, Professor Layton. I need to get back to work. But why is she forbidden from traveling alone? How old is she? Oh, before you go... right, she's gone. Maybe it's me, but it sounds like Mr. Anderson's daughter's leaving home more than going... Mr. Anderson's daughter's leaving home more than going on a trip? And yet for some reason, the servants are cheering her on. How odd! Maybe her father is evil. Yes, very. And I think about the consequences should Mr. Anderson find out what's been going on. Can't exactly punish her if she's gone. The servants must have a truly solid reason if they're resolved to keep a secret like this. What could it possibly be? I'm getting the feeling Dropstone isn't as ordinary as it looks. You're not the only one, Luke. But enough speculation. Let's go explore more of the village. Okay, Professor. That looks like cat pillows. The cows are out grazing or being rounded up for the competition. There's a mansion in the woods. I never forget a face, and I don't know any of yours. You must be from the Momentary Express. Oh, I thought he was a cop. Looks like with the name Parcel he's probably a mailman. Since you're new to the town, let me clue you into a few key facts about Dropstone. I know you're interested, so don't act all bashful and reserved on my account. Listen, if you know one name in Dropstone, make sure it's Mr. Anderson's. Not only is the fellow swimming in money, he pretty much runs Dropstone. And he's a swell guy who treats everyone with respect, even the mailman. That would be me, by the way. I always say that you can tell a heck of a lot about people by the way they treat their local mail carrier. But even nice guys like him have troubles. I hear he spends all his time fretting about his daughter. That reminds me, I just saw a pair of unusual characters head up toward Mr. Anderson's house. Were they wearing black suits and glasses? The two said they were police from London, but something about them seemed downright fishy. Maybe they're just incompetent, maybe they're not scary agent people from the Matrix. Two people, huh? Are you referring to Inspector Chelmy and his assistant? Chelmy, you say? That sounds right. He said he had official police business. Said he needed to see Mr. Anderson to find out whether he's abusing his daughter. What possible connection could there be between Mr. Anderson and the Elysian box? Well, it seems that Mr. Anderson serves as the head of this community. It's only natural that he'd know about who and what passes through this area. He's a big fish, all right. You're right on the money about that. Heck, he and the owner of the Momentary Express stops in to pay him a visit when he's in town. Yes, I bet those two officers are being waited on like kings at Mr. Anderson's as we speak. Not enough chit-chat. We've got a festival going on now, so go have some fun. There might be chickens in the barn. There's lots of bricks. Me? I'm a world traveler, but I'm stuck here until I can score a ticket on the Momentary Express. I was hoping for a freebie, so I told Beluga one of my puzzles to break the ice. Unfortunately for me, he got all hot under the collar when he couldn't solve it. Here, maybe we'll have better luck with it. What rotten luck! While trying to pick up your luggage, you find that your bag is at the very back of the pile. The baggage porter unloading the luggage claims the boxes in the hold have prevented him from unloading your bag. Move all the boxes out of the way and reclaim your luggage.
Consider this puzzle
Well, that
solved.
was easy.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
You're a pretty clever bunch, aren't you? With folks like you around, we might actually solve the mystery of the Momentary Express. People say that the train occasionally makes a stop at a phantom town found on no map. Maybe a literal phantom town. Oh, this being Britain, it might also be a hidden fey village. So with connections to the underworld, more like a phantom thing. Could just be a wild rumor though, who knows? An unplotted town? Wow, I wonder if that's true. The mansion looks bigger up close and you're not even next to it. And there's a dead-end road, I think. Wowee, look at the size of that mansion. I bet we could get lost in there. Which is just poor poor building planning. I've been in a hotel that felt like a maze. It is impressive, to say the least. I'm sure that massive manor belongs to Mr. Anderson. So that's where Inspector Chelmy and his assistant went, right? I'd like to see this place myself. Can we go take a look? No, for now I think our best course of action is to gather what information we can in the village. Besides, I imagine the Andersons have their hands full with the two guests they currently have. They're being interrogated hard enough. Phew. That should do it. Good afternoon. What are you doing there, sir? Me? Oh, I'm just doing a little fishing in this here lake. Sounds like a lot of work. Have you had much luck? Actually, that's a good question. Now that I think about it, how many have I managed to catch today? You've cast a large net out in a pond to catch some fish. Every part of the net is in the water except for the two ends that you're holding in your hands. The pond's surface is small, but it's actually wider underwater. So parts of your sunken net aren't visible from the surface, assuming that there are no tears in the net, and that its frame is constructed of a single length of rope that ends on the shore. How many of the fish visible in the pond will you snare when you pull the net back up? That's its frame. Well, I've marked the negative space again. And I'm counting 7 here. Unless there's one hidden here.
Just leave it to me. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Woohoo! What a haul! Tonight I feast like a king. That's a lot of fish for one man. Well, unless they're tiny fish. Maybe you could eat a bunch of little fishies, but if they're middle-sized fish, you could sell them. It's some waterside construction. Ooh, here's some guys. A Chelmy and some dude in red. Oh, it's Inspector Chelmy. Well, look who it is. Hello, Inspector. Are you returning from the Anderson estate? I don't know where you get your information, Layton, but you're as sly as a fox. As a matter of fact, I was just there, but the servants said Mr. Anderson himself wasn't home. They said the bloke is off presiding over some livestock competition. A likely story, I'm sure. I'm curious. What connection do you see between Mr. Anderson and the case you're investigating? Not that it's any of your business, but perhaps you can be of help. I'd heard rumors that the bloke had tried to find this Elmerthien box in the past, so I went to talk to him. But when I got to the house, his butler told me he wasn't home and that I should leave. Can you believe it? I'd bet you a tenner he was just pretending to be out. What if he's secretly dead? I went out of my way to see the man. The least he could do is offer me a proper cup of coffee. But why would Mr. Anderson be interested in the Elmerthien box in the first place? It's anyone's guess, Rook. We won't know more until we can ask him in person. I guess we'd better head over to the livestock competition that Mr. Anderson is judging. Fine. Let the blasted bloke judge his precious livestock competition then. I won't be there. As far as I'm concerned, the whole thing's a frivolous distraction for the rich. Speaking of which, I can only assume his obsession with the box stems from the excess of time and money on his hands. Or just natural curiosity. If you see anything that might help this investigation, report it to me straight away, you hear? We are always happy to cooperate, Inspector. Now please excuse us. Sure, off you go. Come along, Barton. We've got work to do. Okie dokie, sir. Alright, we'd better hurry back to the competition grounds. You're not even on the train. Don't try to railroad me. Professor, I think this fellow here fell asleep standing up. Judging by his uniform, he must be a security guard. I wonder how his employer feels about his nap. Perimeter is secure. Please confirm your identity by solving this puzzle. More ropes? 3 rope loops are tangled together with a single red rope. If you were to pull both ends of the red rope, a single knot would appear in the middle. Can you figure how many of the rope loops would get caught in this knot when it forms? Even if a loop appears to have been pulled into the knot, you shouldn't count it in your answer if you can pull the loop free of the red rope with a tug. I think it's the green one. Blue one isn't getting stuck in anything, and the yellow one could be pulled out easily.
And now to test my theory.
What?
Oh, my. This one is quite formidable.
No, Do they interlock? The green one's still tangled around, still kind of wrapped around one end.
And now to test my theory. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Correct answer confirmed. No answer. He must be some kind of mad puzzle genius to be able to talk about them in his sleep. Does that ever happen to you, Professor? New guy. But let's check the maid's house. She's gone. Boy, oh boy, I'm in a tight spot. I wanted to make a clean cut in this board, but I botched it kinda bad. It's pretty much useless as it is. Can you think of a way to turn the pieces into a solid square? You need some glue. Here we have an oddly shaped board. Since this board is rather unwieldy as is and has a hole in it, we've decided to cut it into two pieces and join these pieces to form a square. Assuming you aren't allowed to flip either of the pieces over once the board is cut, where should you make the cut in order to achieve the above? Well, we need a 4x4. Ha! No. Yeah, maybe. This is a 4. I'll put these 3 here. We're missing exactly the L shape.
Consider this puzzle solved. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Woohoo! That did the trick! Thanks! Now I can finally get back to building that shed. I got some screw part. Now do we have any screws to connect? We've got some journal stuff. Katya! Where did we get the name? She's planning to take a trip by herself. And there's a livestock competition. This looks like a good connection. maybe it goes under the shutter. Do you have any new puzzles after this new quest? For some reason, all the old-timers here are really cagey about the origins of Derpstone. I've got a hunch that something strange must have happened here before the village was founded. Something really spooky. The town hall is closed. There's posters of cows for the competition and there's a thing. Look at this little monument here, Professor. It appears to be commemorating something. Why don't we take a closer look? "812 Red. On the day Derpstone was founded 50 years ago, the villagers toasted with red wine and danced late into the night. I also built this statue, engraving it with the word red and the day 812. Wait, this is made for Americans, right? So it's in August. Part of the statue is shaped like a wine glass. It can be filled with water from the spout at the top. While the statue describes the villagers' activities on the day of the founding, it can also show where they all found themselves the day after the festivities. Can you figure out where the villagers were? Answer in 3 letters. Bed? That's a 3-letter word that could describe someone's location. Ha! Reflection, yes! It is bed. But maybe that was an unintentional puzzle by the monument builders. Nope. Stop with the O's! What do I do? Right in the overpass D?
And now to test my theory. Ha! Wonderful.
It creates a reflection. According to the writing here, this village was founded by its first settler 50 years ago. It's strange how 50 years is a long time for a person, but not much time at all for a village. Why so? But this fact just invites more questions. Why did this founder come here in this first place? It's hard to believe he or she simply set forth from their old residence to found a new village. Maybe there's some spooky stuff underground to investigate. Yeah, the competition grounds. My goodness, look at this place. Oh, we made it back in time to catch the competition. If we've been informed correctly, Mr. Anderson is judging the entries. So he should be somewhere around here, right? Indeed. I wonder which one of the gentlemen walking around here is our man. Oh, it looks like the 2 men over there are getting pretty hot under the collar about something. I wonder what the matter is. Is it cows? Just look at that mangy coat. Anyone with 2 eyes can see there's no bovine of mine. I know what's gone down here. Someone swapped out my cow for this lemon. Well, let's hope it's not a literal lemon. Well, what do you want me to do about it? Can you at least point out which cow is yours? Now, how do you expect me to do that? Oh, brother, this is gonna get ugly. What seems to be the problem, sirs? This fella here seems convinced someone swapped out his prize cow for another. I'm telling you, they ain't no cow of mine. My girl was perfect from horns to tail. See what I mean? There's just no reasoning with him. We can start the contest with him carrying on, but I don't know how we can clear up the situation. I'll take care of this. I bet the cows wouldn't know if any monkey business went on. Of course, why didn't I think of that myself? I'll leave this one to you. Excuse me, miss. Can you help us out here? I see. Did you find out anything of use? I sure did. If I had to sum up our conversation, it would go something like this. 5 cows are grazing at the festival. 2 of them are true moo cows, a breed that only tells the truth. The other 3 are no-way cows, a different variety that always lies. Using the following statements from each cow, mark all the no-way cows. 3 of them. Let's see. So. If A is telling the truth, then D is a liar. Which would I make? B tell the truth? Which makes C a liar? Which would make A the liar. We've got a paradox. Meaning, A lies. If B tells the truth, C is a liar, which makes A also a liar, which we know. No way, no way. Let's think about this. I've been looking at E instead of D, I think. Now this would be much easier to type pen to write on this sheet. Wow, I did the calculations and haven't landed at any contradictions. But if A is telling the truth, then there would be 3 cows telling the truth. A, E, and C. But if B is telling the truth, then only 2 cows are telling the truth. And that's B and D. They're supporting each other.
Let's see if this works. That was almost too easy.
It looks like these 2 ladies swapped places while waiting for the competition to start. Things should be all sorted out now, though. Ah, you betcha! Look at that bill, that lustrous coat, that soulful gaze. That's my cow, no doubt. So everything's okay by you? Better than okay, kid. With my dialing back, I'm a shoo-in for that blue ribbon. Thanks. Wow, you sure have a way with enigmas. Ah, it's nothing really. Look over here, you two. They're about to announce the winner. And the winner of this year's Dropstone Dairy Crown is... Is it Board? Oscar show-stopping milk maven, Tilda. Hold on now. You mean to tell me my sweet Marmoo didn't take first place? Too bad you swapped your cow back, Clever. If you'd kept quiet, you'd be the winner, eh? I was robbed! The competition must have been rigged! Rigged, I tell you! To think he went through all that trouble to get his cow back, then ended up losing because of it? Yes, I suppose it goes to show that things in life don't always go as planned. Right you are, Professor. Say, shouldn't Mr. Anderson be around here now? It's going to take some effort to find him in a crowd this dense. Let's look around a bit. You ever hear the old saying, the clothes make the man? Well, from the look of your dance, I'd say you've got your act together. So try this puzzle on for size. When A, B, and C each started off with pants and shirts of a single color. A wore red, B wore blue, and C wore white, with yellow stars apparently. Then they were blindfolded and swapped items of clothing. After they took off their blindfolds, here's what they said. No one's shirts and pants match. Looks like C's the only one of us who didn't keep any of his original clothes. See, I don't know if I like these red pants. Change the clothing by tapping on them and assemble their current outfits using the clues given. C has red pants. And his... No one's clothes match, and he didn't keep any of his previous clothes. A doesn't have red pants, but he had to keep some of his original clothes, so the red shirt. I think it's this.
This should do the trick. Ha! Wonderful.
There's nothing tackier than when your shirt and pants don't match. That's a fashion rule number 1. Rule number 2? No one can pull off sequins. But with that sweet suit of yours, you're golden. No swanky nightclub will turn you away, I guarantee it. Alright, but I'm ending it off for now. See you next time.